The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence has just been confirmed. And for the second consecutive year, it will be held at a world-class venue in beautiful Miami, Florida. The posh surroundings and all of the amenities you can imagine will make this event an experience of a lifetime. The CME is focused on helping men to become the best version of themselves, improve in all areas of life, as well as maintaining solid, healthy relationships with their wives and girlfriends. Anything and everything that pertains to dominating life as a man here in the 21st century will be discussed extensively. As usual, your instructors will be an all-star cast of presenters. They will cover topics like financial literacy, health and fitness, mental strength, and much, much more. Included in your ticket is live access to all speeches and presentations, a seat at the live filming of the Six, and the opportunity to converse with the speakers themselves. How awesome would it be to shake hands with some of the most influential men in this community? Breakfast on both mornings is also included, as well as a 5-course meal at the Feast of Champions. As always, the feast will be held on Saturday night and will feature some of the best cuisine in the 305. VIP tickets are also available. Those tickets include priority front row seating for all presentations, entrance to the Cigar Bar VIP meet and greet, which includes an open bar, an exclusive VIP bag, and so much more. VIP tickets are limited, so get yours before they're sold out like they have been the last 2 conferences. Got a friend who wants to come with you? Got a girlfriend or wife who wants to attend? Are you a father who wants to bring your son? Are you a son who wants to bring your father? Take advantage of the +1 discount that gives you a whopping 55% off for your +1. Not applicable for VIP tickets, and your +1 must be 21 or older. Plus, as an added bonus, attendees who purchase their tickets before March 21st will get Donovan's revolutionary signature course, Womanese. That's right, guys. Every attendee who purchases their ticket within the next 2 weeks gets all 5 complete volumes of Womanese absolutely free. This course contains over 600 female translations. In addition to all of those translations, Womanese contains countless hours of instruction and explanation to make sure this invaluable knowledge will stick. This treasure trove of information and wisdom is a $700 value, but you will get it absolutely free if you purchase your ticket before March 21st. The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence is now the undisputed official live event of the Manosphere. As always, the CME will be free of the backstabbing, infighting, and toxic leadership that has plagued other events. Donovan takes this event and the safety of his instructors and attendees very seriously. He simply will not embarrass himself or his community by engaging in the kind of behaviors that have made that other convention all but irrelevant. So if you've ever been on the fence about attending a men's conference, now is the time. If you allow yourself to be in the presence of true greatness and masculinity, you will come out the other side a better man with knowledge you will carry with you for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself to take advantage of this incredible opportunity to increase your value and change your life forever. So join us in Miami, Florida, to join a tight-knit community of like-minded men who are focused on self-improvement and having great relationships with their women. Space is limited, so go to masculineexcellence.com to get your tickets now.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to episode 14 of the hashtag How to Relationship podcast. How long was your last relationship? Okay. Who ended it and why?
Yeah, so my last relationship was 2.5 years, and it started in COVID during the pandemic. So can you imagine like having to meet someone and like not actually be able to like have someone court you or go to like restaurants and like do stuff? It was very different, but it's also unique because you had to like really like get to know each other like in a different way. It ended because
You can hold the mic closer.
a little closer. Okay, I just want to make sure you can see me.
You're good.
No,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it ended because of just my career. I wanted to go and take a different trajectory on my career, and I just really felt like at the time the relationship was just. I just wanted to focus on myself and what I needed to do, and the relationship was kind of affecting
Boring.
that. Boring.
You almost said boring.
I did say boring.
Word to the wise, gentlemen. Word to the wise.
It was boring and not. Yeah, thank you.
A woman will forgive cheating before she forgives boredom.
Oh,
Never,
that is
ever forget that.
Thank you for the word. That was perfect.
I try. Caitlin, how long was your last relationship? Who ended it and why?
My last relationship was about 6 months. It was like 2 years ago.
So you've been single for 2 years?
Yeah.
You know what that translation is, right?
I haven't been in a relationship in 2 years. I've been fucking random guys for 2 years.
Women always assume that if they're not in a relationship, that they're living in a convent somewhere waiting for Jesus Christ himself to show her Mr. Right. In other words, they want us to think they've been completely celibate this whole time. This is never the case. Why? Because women are never not fucking. There's always a dick in their lives or their ass, one way or another, whether they're in a relationship or not.
Excuse me.
You did it. You're the one that, listen, by the way, everybody, in case anyone's wondering why this lovely lady looks so familiar, she is the star of my revolutionary series, Womanese. Dude, you have made me a shit load of money, like you have no idea. So for that, I'm very appreciative. Anyway, please, do tell.
And the reason why it ended was ultimately it came down to personality, and I ended it over the other's addiction issues. I couldn't deal with it. So.
Okay, very good. Jackie, I like your earrings, by the way.
They are fun.
Thank you.
She's like, wait, which ones are? Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
No, I have to.
Okay.
I needed a chiropractor for a while.
That's convenient.
I'm in the holistic alternative medicine realm. That was kind of a mess. I don't know. He lied to me a lot. I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure he was dating maybe like 3 or 4 girls at the time too.
Were you guys exclusive?
We didn't really even talk about it.
Yeah, that's why he was dating
And
other
then
girls.
all of a sudden he kind of ghosted, type of thing. And then all of a sudden he writes me. He's still kind of, knock on wood, he probably will after this. He's gonna text me and be like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? But
And what will you say?
picture of, get this, right? Like him laying in a bed and had like pink and obviously it was another girl's room. So I was like, really? What? So that kind of sure
If he texts you, what are you gonna say though?
sometimes I just don't reply. Sometimes I don't. Just
I'd be sassy.
Sometimes you do reply, and then what happens after that?
Yeah.
See, You see, You see, I've been, I've been the guy who I've been in that. I've been on the other side of that too. So
randomly reach out. Yeah. He
Yeah.
did quite a bit during COVID too.
no, do it.
So he's actually I'm from small town Iowa originally, and he grew up maybe 30 minutes from me in another smaller town. So I was like, oh, hey, a nice small town guy. I don't
Didn't work out that way, did it?
think so. He just wasn't himself.
So okay, all right. Well, but we need you to answer the question. So he's probably going to text you after this.
Are you gonna answer?
Hold on.
Say hi, maybe.
Translation: if he wants to have sex with me tonight, I probably will. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I'm actually not like that. No.
Okay.
Stop the cap.
Just checking. If I had my soundboard, I would play a certain sound, but it is what it is.
Stop the cap.
Those familiar with my show know exactly what it is. I kid because I care. All right, Kai, spill the beans.
All right. Well, my last relationship lasted for like 4 or 5 months, and I'm now back in a relationship with that same person.
Oh boy. So why did it end the first time?
Well, there was a little bit of miscommunication. So I'm polyamorous, and they didn't necessarily understand what that fully entailed.
You said they. Is this a woman we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
I just automatically use like they them pronouns just because like you never know. I don't know. Yeah. So that happened. Didn't really understand it. Thought that I cheated, which I didn't because I'm polyamorous and
She belongs to the streets.
I'm comfortable. I'm gonna go out and start dating other people now. I'm telling you this. And then I went on a date, and then
she lost it.
Yeah, practically. They were like, "Oh, you never told me this," and I was like, "Yeah, I did. Like, I'm not a liar. I don't lie. I don't cheat. None of that ever in my life. Like, why would I lie about that? I'm an adult."
I don't know. Not to get caught.
Yeah, but
I mean, if I was fucking other girls and my girlfriend asked me, "Are you fucking other girls?" I'm not gonna say yeah. No, I'd be like, "No, of course not. It wasn't me." All right.
True. But yeah, that's what happened, and then yeah.
And now you're back. And now you're back together.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still polyamorous?
Yes.
So, and please forgive me.
No, you're fine.
Polyamory to me means that both people can fuck other people. Is that pretty much it?
It practically means a lot of different things.
Okay.
To every couple. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going out fucking everybody or whatever. It can mean like having like an emotional connection versus like being intimate all the time. So it doesn't always have to involve sex.
Oh shit!
Really, nigga?
Tell she's a girl. I'm a dude. Listen. It's got to be about fucking. If we're not fucking, there ain't no relationship. That's just the way I see it. Okay, very good. Lee.
So my last relationship was maybe a year and some change ago.
Okay.
It ended because I just got really busy. I got busy and I just didn't have the time to give. And women, they take a lot of time.
Okay.
So I just couldn't do it no more.
Very good. What's the most ratchet thing that you ever heard of a woman doing or that you witnessed yourself? Let's do it. Let's go.
Man, what
We got stories. Spill the tea.
Here we go.
Most ratchet? I don't know. We're probably talking about sexual here. It'd be Eiffel Towering is probably the most ratchet I've heard, honestly. I know there's been other stories. Eiffel Towering.
Oh, the train.
Yep.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, why did you say towering? Why did you say train?
Train, Eiffel Tower. Hey,
Eiffel Tower. Okay.
that's what I was saying.
Oh, gotcha. Eiffel Tower. I didn't know what that. I've never heard of that before.
Thank you.
I just heard of a train. Damn.
Black people call it train.
Culture.
I took French for 6 or 7 years, so I don't know maybe if it's a white thing or not, but that's what I've heard it called. So
that's a white thing.
My bad.
That's definitely a white thing. We had a fantastic time. We Eiffel Towered a very attractive young lady. Niggas be like, yo, we ran a train on that. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was me. It was DeAndre. It was LaMarcus. Like we was all up in that. Okay, very good. All right, Lee.
The most ratchet thing I've experienced. Oh, this girl, she was getting married the next day.
Oh no.
And,
oh no. Oh,
and she had a threesome with me and her friend.
Okay.
Two girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we're clear, if it's two girls and a guy, that's
It's
a threesome.
Right.
If it's two guys and a girl,
It's a train.
that's a train.
Absolutely.
Okay, just want to make sure we're clear. All right. Very good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is the most ratchet thing that you have heard of somebody doing or that you witnessed a roommate doing? Does it involve a choo-choo? It's almost always a train, y'all.
Always.
It's a trick question.
Always.
Okay, well, I guess this involves me. Okay, well.
Yeah, we have a winner. All right.
It is what it is.
Gonna be, hey, she's gonna be brave.
It already happened.
All right, let's go.
I was on a trip with a group of friends, and my friend was drunk, passed out, like blacked out, liberated, on the bed, and then me and someone else is in this other bed, and yeah, we fucked in the bed. And then the next day, she was like, if someone ever fucked in the same hotel room as me, I'd be so mad. And I'm like, oh.
She knew you did it. So was
okay.
So was the person that was passed out, were they in a relationship with the person you had sex with?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Who here has had sex with someone else in the same room?
Oh, what?
Oh, like
I was like,
I've
yeah.
been in the room with somebody else who's having sex.
Someone else in the same room? Okay.
Yeah.
How many people have done it with someone else in the same room and they were awake? Okay, all right. So I guess we're all hoes. All right, excellent. Jackie.
I like to watch.
Oh, you like to? Oh no! By all means, keep it going. You like to watch?
Jump over here. I'm just saying,
it's all good.
Like, I think it just adds a little spice. You know, like I'll hype it up. You know, they're both doing them, and I'm just over there hyping them up.
You're like the hype man, getting that ass. Yeah, suck that dick.
I make it spicy. You
Okay,
know, I
right.
tell them to do different things.
So you're like the hype. You're like the hype man, right?
Like I kind of have like the control.
You're like
and
the
I'm like
director.
Yeah, I'm directing it.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Was this? Oh, hold on. Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
was this during the shooting of a pornographic film?
It was not. It's like
Okay.
people I knew that were kind of, you know, having a good time, and that's kind of their relationship was just more like
They like
that.
fucking
And I'm
in front
like,
of people.
okay, well, I bet you guys haven't done this.
So they were exhibitionists.
You know,
Okay,
like, just
all
try
right.
something new.
I'm not mad at that.
And they did everything I told them to do. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Holy shit. Okay.
Everything, and it was, and they really liked it, like to have someone else in the room controlling it.
Did this happen more than once?
It did not. It did
Oh.
not. I came in, did that, and I left out.
Damn.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So you hit it and quit it.
Quit it.
Man,
You
you ain't
know?
shit. You ain't shit.
I know.
All right, good stuff. Okay, all right. Sex in the back of a bus with other people on the bus. Were other people watching you have sex, or you guys kind of do it on the low?
I'm not sure, but obviously they saw us because they
Oh, boy.
mentioned it in the show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're formal.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
That's great.
Wow. That is fucking awesome.
For the street activity.
Hey man, it is what it is, man. You know, you're only young once. Caitlin, the most. Who said YOLO? What is this? What is 2005? Wait a minute. Hold on. Are we still saying that? No. Okay. See, I got it right.
We're bringing it back.
Very rare case.
Look. I'm 40. I'm 45 years old, and I'm way behind the time. So anytime I can prove that I'm, with it, I'm like, yeah. YOLO is out. Totally out. Okay. Caitlin, the most ratchet thing you have heard a friend or witness a roommate do.
Well, I had some roommates in college, but I think there's some crazy sex parties here, like orgy parties and stuff here in the Twin Cities.
Jesus Christ.
So I have a couple friends that meander in those circles,
Okay.
and I've just heard like just a bunch of like S&M kind of stuff, and you gotta get like, they've invited me to go, but I'm just like, I hear the basement's kind of scary, and I don't want to go down there.
That's the dungeon. Yeah.
They have like human twister and like all that stuff.
Oh,
I
yes.
Just, like,
Oh, wow. Oh, they go all the way with it. Okay.
yeah, and they like basically if you go in like a certain part of the house, like there's like no clothes at all allowed, and like the hot
That's
tub.
what's up.
And, like,
Oh, that
yeah.
is fun. Wow.
So.
And you got, so what's the
I've
craziest?
been invited. I've never been. I'm a little intimidated.
What kind of stories do you hear?
I don't know, just like kind of like earlier, like everybody's like having like sex in front of each other and stuff like that, and I don't know, like there's one guy that's got like really big kinks into like rope and like tie and
Yep.
stuff like that, and it's just I don't know, it's a lot.
Now, just off the topic, not for me, but where would one find such? Totally kidding.
Well, there's a certain hotel here actually that's known for being a swingers place.
We'll talk after the pod. We'll talk after the pod. Oh, look at her. She's like
find out.
No, I'm just like,
asking for a friend.
The people want to know.
I'm just like,
I'm asking for a friend. I promise.
Let's go
There's a couple houses out in like the Edina, Minnetonka area, and then there's
That makes sense.
yes, right. But then there's also like there's this hotel here that's got a prohibition bar. Okay, we all
Oh,
know
that's
what that
coolish.
is, right? We all know
Oh
what
yeah.
Hey, that is
Yes,
crazy.
because there's even like if you go around the
know
corner in
that.
a part of it, there's beds for people to.
I did not know. Wow.
That's a modern day brothel almost, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah, damn, dude.
It's
God
a
damn.
really nice place.
The
It's got
more
the best
you
views
know.
in the city. Besides,
I'm sure it does. Yes, I'm sure it does.
I thought you said you never been.
I've been.
Uh-oh. Oh.
I've never been to a sex party. I've been to the swingers place.
Okay.
Okay. all right.
I've been to that bar.
You heard of such a
I've
place,
heard of
right?
the parties.
Okay, there
like
we
the
go.
house, like those parties. I
Okay,
haven't
all right,
actually
very good.
been.
Let me get a vodka and vagina on the rocks. The most ratchet thing you have ever heard a woman do, or that you witnessed, or that someone told you?
Okay, yeah, so I'll say a couple of years back.
Oh, he already knew. He was like, oh, yo, so we knew this hoe, right?
A couple years back, a couple of the homies talking to like a group of girls, and it was like the night went quick, and the next thing you know, They were trained on this one blonde girl, and it was like she was laying on her back and deep throwing one and back shots from the other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was degrading. Yeah. But it was pretty ratchet.
Okay, well, hold on. So you said it was a blonde, right?
Yeah, it was a blonde.
Were the men that ran the train, were they of a darker complexion?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so a white girl got a train ran on her by niggas. Okay, all right, cool. All right, very good.
All right, I'm gonna do a little switch here, and honestly, I don't have too many stories, but one that stands out is that growing up, my best friend of my childhood, we lived on the same floor, so my apartment was on one side of the building, theirs on the other, and our parents were best friends. And when I was a child, I didn't realize that her mom lived with two men. But to me as a child, like, I did not think anything of it. But then once we grew up, and then I'm like, oh wait, now it makes sense.
Well, yeah, your mom is a hoe, sweetie. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Actually, you know.
And you're from Ukraine. This happened in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought.
That's not normal.
Oh, okay.
It's not like everybody's doing that, but
Okay.
it was pretty shocking. And once I grew up, I'm like, oh.
That was pretty fucked up. Damn.
We're like, oh, that makes sense.
They all slept in the same room.
So she's getting a train run on her every night.
I don't want to think about it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. Out of curiosity, where was just kidding. You, Demi?
Did I not go for?
Oh, you got to go again. Yes,
Wow,
yes.
I thought I
Look.
went.
When I asked the question, you started the shimmy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get 2 stories out of her. You already gave us one. Let's hear the other one because I know you got one.
I really, man. Wow, you want them all, right? You want them all.
Yep.
So that first one was like that was fun. So I've heard. See, I don't know. So I heard this story about it was like multiple people similar to your story, but it was so ratchet because like the windows, like the people and that were passing, it was at a hotel, people were passing by, I could see them in this room like all naked, like doing their thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was like on the floor one where like your room can go out into the ocean. So there were like sex on the beach, sex like on the patio.
God
and it
damn.
was just like, and it was just, they were just having a good time.
Was this in Barbados or some shit?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here for the vibes.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm gonna say I don't know if that was really ratchet, if it was fun. I don't know, but I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
there probably was kids on the resort.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like, mommy,
yeah.
what's that dude? Oh, it's funny. Well, it's funny. Kids know more than we give them credit for.
They really do. They really do.
Like, mommy, they're fucking on the beach over there. You're like 3 years old. What the fuck you know about that, right?
I know,
Goddamn.
right? So yeah, that was probably a little crazy. But
Okay, all right. We're gonna switch gears here, and we are going to talk about interracial dating. Let me ask you this. Let's say you were on a date with a white girl, and she tells you that her ex-boyfriend's name is DeAndre. Would that affect your decision to move forward with her in a relationship?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe if we saw a picture of him, then maybe there'd be some of that. But I don't really have too many personal insecurities.
Jamario,
but, hey, you always
I mean,
kinda
dude, I
question
got them
that
all.
stuff.
Okay, all right, very good. We'll come back around. Okay, Leek, interracial dating. Now, Leek, you look like you're a good-looking dude. You're a cool dude. I know you smashed white girls.
Of course.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Excellent. So let me just ask you this: interracial dating, which race of women do you prefer, white women or black women, and why?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like white women better.
Why?
They're in a different lifestyle.
Okay.
More of kind of where I'm at now.
Okay.
Whereas like I'm over the hood. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I'm over that. I'm over the loudness. I like peace, quietness, and black women are used to, chaos. I mean.
Yep.
I'm not into that no more.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. All right, Kai. Interracial relationships between black men and white women. Go.
Yes, I have no issue with it. I've dated white men in my past. Not a stranger to it. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is controversial.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, you guys. So listen here. Listen, I'm an open book. Now, a lot of my friends have like fucked with black men, and they're like, "Oh, dick's so good." But I'm not even kidding you guys. The last like 3 black men I've had sex with over the past like 2 years, That shit was whack as fuck, and I had to fake it. Like, literally, like, I literally kid you not. I freaking kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, why was it bad? Is it because, like, he was lacking in the dick department, or what?
Nah, it was there. It was there.
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
Okay.
It was.
Was it there, or was it, like, kind of there?
No, it was, like, actually there.
Her facial expressions just showing.
All right.
The most recent one was like, almost there, but the one before that was like there, and the one before that was like there. But honestly, it was the motion of the lotion that was for me. Like, nah, it was not giving what it was supposed to be giving. And then, you know, obviously there was like other things into it. The going down part, not it. Definitely, I was like.
Oh wow!
Like, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Okay.
Like, literally sitting there like,
So the tongue game was off.
Not totally off. Not there. Non-existent.
Okay.
That'd be a good question. Like, what makes sex bad for each gender? Because to guys, it might be certain things with a girl, and then it could be like totally different.
Yeah.
What makes sex bad with a guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think it's just like common sense. Like the clit is right here, not right there, or right there, or right there.
Yeah, I don't eat pussy. I don't do it.
What?
Nope. I don't.
I feel like you can't do. We can't do none unless you're not doing that first.
Well, I guess we're not doing it then.
I know.
That's
right?
just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
We're not doing nothing if we can't do. Like, I feel you on that. Like,
Look. Check this out. Check this out.
Wait. So what is your? What is she? So she okay with that?
Is who okay with what? My fiance?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good with it.
And did she do that back to you though?
Oh, you better believe it.
So she has to do it to you. So she has to do it to you, but you can't do it to her.
She doesn't have to do anything.
Ah.
But if she doesn't, she then makes herself into the kind of woman I don't date.
So why don't you reciprocate that same energy?
Because I don't like eating vagina. I don't like eating pussy.
Okay.
It just is what it is.
She likes to suck dick.
Well, yeah. I mean, I assume she does. She keeps
works
doing
in your
it.
favor.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's just not what I do. Look, I'm at a point in my life. Where I can be much more selective with the women that I deal with. And I'm not the type of dude who's going to be the totalitarian dictator. You have to do this. You have to do that. No. Here's what I tell my woman. I told my woman, this is what disqualifies you for a relationship, right? If you fall short in any of these categories, then you're essentially breaking up with me. So, for example, I don't commit to women who are on social media. And so when my now fiance asked me, so does that mean that I can't be on social media? I said, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You're a grown woman. I can't tell you what you can or can't do. But if you are on social media, you automatically make yourself the kind of woman that I don't date. A lot of men think that they have to give women ultimatums. I don't. I give them choices. And you have to be at a certain level in life to be able to give a woman choices. Because if I'm DeAndre living at home with his mama with 4 baby mamas, ain't got shit going on in my life, what the fuck do I look like? Bitch, you can't be on social media. She'd be like, nigga, you live with your mama. I'm gonna do what I do. But I'm a high 6-figure a year earner. I can do whatever the hell I want. Now, my fiance, she loves me to death. I actually pulled an April Fool's joke today and posted that we had broken up, and nobody fell for it. I was so pissed, but one person did fall for it. It was her ex. She said, "You'll never believe who fell for the joke." But anyway, getting back to it. Gentlemen, don't give women ultimatums. Give them choices. Listen, I say all the time, women are overgrown children. You have to be disciplined. You've got to be steadfast. You have to know. You kind of have to know how to move. But by the same token, she's gonna have to trust your judgment. My fiance knows that I would never tell her to do something just for the sake of telling her. Watch, I'm gonna make my girl do X, Y, Z. No. Everything I tell her to do has a purpose, and that purpose is keeping me and building my brand and creating a good life for her.
Add to that, did she ever ask you to? Did any of your women ever ask you, like, why don't you do this, or do you just tell them straight up, like, I'm not?
No, Devin never asked me why I didn't. No, she never asked. She never asked. If she were to ask me why don't I do it, I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just it.
So I got a quick question.
Sure.
For you. I've heard stories that for a man, for example, you know, sometimes it's a bad experience that sometimes changes. What do you do? So like, did you have a moment where you used to do that and then you were like, had a bad experience and then you're like, I'm not going to ever do that again?
I don't think I've ever had a bad experience, licking vagina. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Dude, the worst is if she shaved 2 days ago, and now I'm getting, like, my tongue is chafed. Like, no, I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. No. I'm not dealing with that. I don't think I have like a nightmare experience where I got down there and it literally looked like a taco, but it's just not something. It's just not something I like to do. I think the last time. I can't remember the last time I ate pussy. I really don't. And if I never do it again, it'll be too soon.
And there's not like a masculine way to do it too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The only
that's true.
There is no masculine way to eat pussy.
Like be masculine or dominant. It's like you're on your knee. Like
the only way to do it is if you have her. If you have her up here.
She's riding you, or up there, riding, and like.
Oh no, I'm not letting a girl sit on my face. No. I don't play that.
I'm just wondering about the spice. I like to spice things up a little bit. So I mean, you're just missing out on some things.
I mean, the way I see it is this is like, what does eating pussy do for me?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean.
But what does it do for her?
You see, my dear, 95% of a woman's. Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
I'm gonna give you two sexual scenarios.
Keep going back around.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna give you two sexual scenarios. Okay, you're gonna tell me which one you would prefer.
Okay.
Sexual scenario number 1: a dude is beating the brakes off you. You're squirting all over the place. It's great. He doesn't blow his load. Sexual encounter number 2. He's beating the brakes of you, busting up, and he doesn't make you come. Which one would you prefer?
It's a trick question.
Why do you think it's a trick question?
Because it's a trick question. Because I know it's some underlying, but
so what's your answer?
1.
So you would rather squirt and him not bust?
I mean, if you're asking me,
I'm asking
I would choose,
you.
Absolutely.
Okay, you are the exception to the rule. 95% of a woman's sexual satisfaction is tied to your satisfaction. Here's the thing: a lot of girls like to say, "Well, I'm good in bed." Women can't be good in bed. All you have to be is attractive, there, and willing. All the man has to do is insert into moist hole, thrust, repeat. That's it. Making a man come is standard. Making a woman come, that is a skill, that is an art. But at the end of the day, if you worry, this is why I tell guys not to worry about her needs in bed. Just fuck her like you hate her, and I promise you that's going to be enough. And if she likes you enough, she'll stick around whether you eat pussy or make her go or not. That's always the way it's been for me.
If she's really into you, she's gonna come anyway.
Yes.
I have to eat any again.
Yeah, you're right about that. If a woman is very emotionally invested, I mean, dude, you could have a 2-inch dick, you're sticking to like, yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with the emotion part. Absolutely.
I have like a controversial take too.
Come on.
Like niggas that have good D game don't have to eat box. It's like
that's true.
It's not required, I would say, but like if you not really as skilled in that department, then you have to, like, you better eat pussy, otherwise,
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. I've been in a relationship for over 7 years. My dick game is not always on point. Dude, I'll go through 1, 2, 3 week stretches where I'm like, yeah, I'm aware that ass, right? I'm not eating pussy. I'm just not going to do it. But there are also times I'm like, yeah, I'm beating this up. I'm sweating, she's sweating, it's all good. But this is just something I don't do. So listen, if your dick game is on point, I mean, I get, but if your dick game is not on point, and I think Alpha Male Strategist, we actually had a conversation about this recently. He says that dudes who eat pussy are just guys that are not confident in their dick game.
I could see that.
Yep.
I wanted to add some too, I don't know if ladies with me agree, but I think to us women, it's more so like every time, like you have sex and everything, you reach an orgasm, like it's such an explosion of emotions and feelings that I feel like as a woman, if you don't get that, you're gonna go crazy. So sometimes, like I am about health, I am about, like health and reproduction and everything, because how women age and how their quality of just themselves as a woman is very tied to her sexuality.
Of course.
So hearing this, like I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, like I do not agree that as a woman, like your orgasms don't matter, because they do. You become more feminine, you become more submissive, you become just
I agree with that.
Like it's a whole different experience when you're with a man who like takes care of you and you can relax. You can explore these parts of you rather than just kind of like letting him do his thing, and you never get to like explore yourself.
Yeah, the female orgasm does not matter. Life does not. It just doesn't. No, it doesn't. Here's the thing. If If reproduction were contingent upon female orgasms, then we would probably be extinct by now. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Right?
You're right.
This is why I tell guys, don't care about. This isn't to say, when I say don't care about a woman's needs and met, this isn't to say, oh, wham, bam, not put any effort. No. Like, fuck her like you hate her and love her at the same time. If you guys see what I'm getting at. But by the same token, if you're the kind of guy that's like, am I doing it right? Or, oh my God, I wonder if she likes it. You're going to be off and she's going to be off. Just worry about taking care of you, and you will in essence take care of her. Because I do know this. Let's say you and your husband had sex every day for a week and he never orgasmed. What would be going through your head? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what we think.
Yep.
But one thing that I do gotta say is that what gets women attached to men, oftentimes.
It's what we see. Men are attracted by what they see. Men fall in love with what we see. Women fall in love with what they hear. So if you're masculine and you have game, you know how to handle women, and you're confident and you're a go-getter, you really don't have. It's honestly, I honestly don't know whether I'm trash in bed or not. I really don't, because I'm so fucking exceptional in every part of my life. It just doesn't seem to matter. So who knows? Maybe Devin talks to her mom. Jesus Christ, Donovan, man, he's just not dicking me down the way he used to be. She really, I mean, it is what it is. But because of the lifestyle that I'm able to give to her, she pretends she likes it, I suppose. I don't know.
That is a thing.
I just want to ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
Women have two pussies. They have one of them.
Yes, sir.
One down.
Yes, sir.
That's.
I'd agree to that. Yes.
Addressing that.
Okay, I was gonna say the
You have to stimulate.
part.
You have to stimulate this vagina before you stimulate that vagina. With men, you have to stimulate this before you stimulate that.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Jackie, have you ever dated interracially? Yes or no?
No, actually, I have not. If I brought a black man home
Oh yes.
to meet my dad, I wouldn't fly. I don't have anything against it.
Sure.
Like, honestly, I don't think I'm really attracted to people other than.
Why not?
I don't know.
Just kidding. I don't care. That's the way certain women act. Like, if you're in a room of Mexican girls, I'm not really attracted to men. Why not, papi? Like, we don't care. It is what it is. It is what it is. So you're just not attracted to black guys. How about that?
I think, okay, for example, I know you're married and everything.
Uh-oh.
But, like, he's attractive to me because he obviously, like, takes care of himself. He looks really healthy. Like, you know.
If he weren't married, would you date him?
He's very confident.
Would you
I don't
date?
know, maybe I just haven't given anybody a chance.
Well, there's no time like the present. I mean, I'm sure there's a Jamario out there somewhere. No, you got it.
I would just say that you probably just haven't met the right one, or the right one hasn't approached you.
Maybe that's it too.
Yeah, maybe you ain't found the right brother yet. You feel me? I don't run that kind of game. So you said your father would go crazy.
Yep. Remember, I'm from a super small town.
Yeah.
Very small town, you know.
That doesn't make your dad racist. It just, it is what it
All
is.
white people there, right?
I'll tell you this, though. If you brought home a black man home now, he would be more okay with it now than he would, say, 20 years ago. How's my aim?
Definitely.
There you go. Very good. Excellent. Caitlin, you've dated a person of color or two. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on interracial relationships between black men and white women? Yes.
I think they're good. I've dated like across the board though, so like
except white dudes.
Yeah, besides white dudes, I've dated like Asians, Hispanics.
Oh wow!
Like it's just.
You've dated an Asian guy.
Yes.
How about that? What was that like?
He was cool.
No. We need. No, I need more than that. He was cool. What does that mean? Like who ended the relationship?
Well, I mean,
you did.
Yeah, I mean, I always end it. But no, we dated, like, it was very casual, like, wasn't anything serious. But we you know that I'm medically ill, right? So we bonded because he was medically ill too.
Hey man, however you need to get to it. So what was the dick game like?
Oh, I didn't like have sex. I can't right now.
Oh, so this was recent.
Yeah, like I'm single, but like I like went on several dates with this guy. Are you talking about like sexual? Like,
yes.
Is that only Okay, well then.
Yeah, like if you're not
then we
fucking,
can knock
then-
off Asians, but like the rest of them we can keep.
Okay, all right, very good.
Anything
Very
else
good.
around the globe? I just don't really. I mean, I dated one American once. It wasn't a great experience.
Okay, as they tend to be
I don't
at
like
times.
Americans.
Okay, very good. Now you guys are obviously an interracial couple. How do your let me come to Lena first. How do your parents receive your husband? And your name is Brandon. That's why because I want to call him Brandon. You call Brandon.
I was getting
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm from Ukraine.
Mhm.
So for us, it's a little bit of a different perspective because growing up, there was no diversity at all. You know, I only moved here when I was 16. So up until 16, up until I was done with high school, like it was just all Ukrainians around me. So for us, it was always like so unique.
Yeah.
We, you know, I will never relate to like somebody, you know, who grew up in the States.
Sure.
You know, like looking at this topic. So long story short, my family was totally fine with it. I've had to deal with some of the say like pushback from my family who was here,
Mhm.
but my family back home, you know, because we look at this topic differently. You know, to us it's more so, hey, we love everybody. But then, yeah, now, you know, we're just.
What did your father think the very first time you told him, hey, like, Brandon's black?
I don't think he ever asked me that question.
Oh, he didn't?
Well, I left Ukraine when I was 16. I came here by myself. So I haven't seen my dad for 9 years.
Oh, shit.
Divorced when I was 10. So I've had a relationship with my dad, but he was never involved.
Okay. Okay.
So he didn't even ask me that.
Okay. All right.
Mom, she's been like really
Oh yeah, my mom, she loves you.
Listen. Yeah. Well, listen. Mothers of white girls with black moms always love us, dude. Moms always love us. They absolutely love us. Yes, they do. Dads not so much, but moms is moms is there. Now, Brandon, what did your mother think of you and Lena?
Yeah, my mom loved her, honestly.
What?
Yeah, they're tight. So.
And your mother's black.
No. So I'm mixed. Most mixed niggas is like the black dad, white mom.
Okay.
So yeah.
So your dad's black, mom is white.
Yep.
Oh well, that makes perfect sense. Oh wow. Okay.
Our son too, so he's.
Oh wow.
Interracial.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
I actually, I wanted to add.
Yeah. Make sure you don't turn off that mic. Go ahead.
When I was in college, I actually did a research paper on interracial dating, and there was quite a lot of things that I learned about history, you know, because I wasn't here, and it was actually pretty interesting to discover, like, you know, the history and, you know, like, based on the statistics, why it happens how it happens.
Mhm.
So if you really, you know, dive deep, you know, there's quite a lot to learn, and I don't know if you guys heard, but in Texas right now, they're pushing this new law about interracial marriages and everything. Did you hear about it?
No, I have not. Please tell.
So, if I'm correct, I think they actually approved a new legislature or a new law where I think you cannot marry now in Texas.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
No way.
You know what's gonna happen, right? Yo, niggas about to be running through them white girls in Texas, man. Oh man.
Check this out. Have you guys noticed? Like, it's a trend I've seen with a lot of white girls when they're younger, maybe like 18 to mid-20s.
Mhm.
They like love niggas. They
Of course they do. Yes, sir.
They want to try, like, date them and stuff.
100%.
And they'll be like, oh, maybe they might not even like be into white guys, but then they always end up dating or marrying. Like, they exit the dating game with the white dude.
Yes.
There you go.
I can attest to that.
A lot.
I have a friend that I grew up with, only dated black men, and now she lives with a white man.
Oh,
We could be exotic.
Exotic.
yeah. I'm Mr. Hashtag white girls. However, you are the type of woman that could date white guys, which means you are hot, right? Have you ever dated a white guy before?
I have not.
Really?
I know.
Have you? And white guys holler though, don't they?
They be hollering. I'll be like,
So what's
oh. It's like that scared, like, I don't know, because you're so used to, like, you know, I'm used to, like, mixed guys.
Niggas with swag, man.
I'm used to black. I grew up, I think culturally, that's just kind of,
And you're mixed.
I am mixed.
Okay.
So, hey, mom and dad. Hey, biracial.
Okay.
Black and white. No, so, yeah, that is... Yeah.
Yeah, like you're beautiful. I can't believe you've never dated a white dude.
You know, I went to college in Indiana.
Oh boy.
Purdue.
Oh my God.
All
Oh,
white
boy.
boys. So
Listen, Indiana. Listen, if you're not from the Midwest, people don't know Indiana's like sneak tip Alabama. They're just the Alabama of the North. Man, oh man.
That's why I'm like in all of them. And I don't know. I'm just saying that because
Indiana.
I know they were outside waiting for me, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
I was always open, but I never.
Their catchphrases. Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
It's bad. So, anyways, I'm all for the interracials. I think whatever makes people happy. That's how I am. I'm like, whatever makes you happy, whether it's race, whether it's age, whatever your purpose is, be happy.
Okay, good shit.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Let's see. Well, for me, a little backstory. I'm adopted, right? So my parents are Caucasian, but I grew up in North Minneapolis, which was the hood when I grew up.
North side?
Right?
What?
We can throw up gang signs. It's like, this is North Minneapolis.
And so my wife is actually Caucasian, she's white. So when we first met, her grandpa did not like black people at all. So the first time...
Her grandpa didn't like black people.
Yeah, didn't like
okay.
Yeah, so the first time that I met her grandpa was kind of a big deal. And it took me a few years to actually kind of turn him in a sense.
Okay.
And so after a few years, then he started to at least like me, right? So then that kind of branched out, and then he got, it just branched out, and he was okay with black people, or didn't have whatever he had before.
Okay.
So so obviously I'm
yeah, you're attractive, you're well spoken, you have good teeth, you know what I mean? You don't have, you know what I mean, like you don't have a look, I always listen, man, a lot of people yeah. I always say this, man. And listen, I mean, no offense to this, but if you have to hold down the shift key more than one time when typing your first name, your mama might have been a hood rat. She might have been a hoe. Real shit. Where do you think I come up with these names?
Facts.
Hey, am I lying?
Nah,
am I lying? See? He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
My mom is white and my name is Demetria.
But you don't. Wow. It's Demetria, but it's capital Demetria.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. See, now she didn't. Now she could have put
a little apostrophe.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's that shift key more than one time. That's that. But you know what's funny? What? And this I think is really sad. What a lot of black women are starting to do is they're starting to how can I put this? They're changing the vernacular of their name. So if her name is Shanika, she goes by Shanika. Good God, there were so many, but they just don't want to be dude. Oh my God, I've heard some names. I used to work for Value Options. Long story short, I used to have to report to the clinical care managers for persons under the age of 18 on Medicaid. I've heard, dude, Alkita, Swantasha, Jamaica, stay with me. I saw a name. It was spelled ABCD. I said, ma'am, I think, please stay with me. Oh, no, you haven't heard nothing yet. No. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. What's your child's first name? She said, Absidy.
Oh, hell no.
I said, please hold. I said, Todd, come here, man. Like every time I had a fucked up name, wow. There was another one. So I pull up the name, and it was the letter L, then a dash, and then an A. I'm like,
not Ladasha.
No, Ladasha. Yeah. My hand to the man. I don't. And see, here's the thing. White people do it too, because what they'll do is they'll take the name Jennifer, and they'll spell it GYNNIPHUR.
Like my middle name.
Like what are we like, dude? Like we're all unique in our own ways. But I think moms give their kids fucked up names as an attention for them. What's your daughter? 100%. It's Jennifer, but it's spelled G. Okay, like we got it. Anyway, wow. Okay. So here is a good one. So I'm gonna go back to the question that I asked Braden at first, and I'm gonna start with Lee. So Lee, let's say you're on a look. Check it out. Let's say you're on a date with a big booty Becky, right? I mean, she's looking good. She's got some big titties, a matching ass. And so you guys get to talking, and she says, well, my last relationship was with Jamario, then I moved on to LaMichael, and then there was LaMarcus. As a black man, would you date a white woman seriously if all she dated were black men? Yes or no?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Nah, I can't do it.
Okay. And why is that?
I mean, just by looking at how someone or who someone dates, you already know about them. Like if she dating none but niggas,
there you go.
Hood niggas,
niggas.
Then she for the hood.
Okay, she belongs to the streets,
and she recreational use.
Okay, so. Kai. Now you have a little different perspective. So you said you've dated white guys before. Yes. What, in your opinion, are some of the main differences between dating white men and black men as a black woman?
Well, I've never dated a black man.
What?
See? There you go.
I'll be damned.
I've dated, a white guy and a Mexican guy.
Okay.
See.
White woman.
All right. Oh, you date white girls too, huh? Ain't they the best?
That's why we don't mix.
White girls are the best, aren't they?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I'm dead. Here I am, caramel over here. I'm caramel over here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't leave out the Java flavor.
The blue eyes get me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie.
Jackie, let's say you're out on a date with a guy named Brad. Right, Brad is everything you want. He's blonde hair, blue eye, blah 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 blah. Let's say that your last boyfriend's name was, let me think of a good one, Don Travius. Okay, and he asked you, well, what was your last boyfriend's name? Would you tell him it was Don Travius, or would you say his name is Donnie? What would you tell him his name was? Would you tell him Don Travius, Trey, or Donnie? Speak into the mic, please.
Probably Donnie.
And why is that? We know why. We just want to hear. We just want to hear you say it. Oh, no. We want to hear you say it.
Maybe he would feel insecure.
Do you think it's the myth?
Yeah.
Okay.
That once you go black, you never go back. That's that's still a thing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Girls still say it. Yep. Yeah, she's like, yep. But I'm not leaving. There it is. Okay, very good. You don't have any children, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm a fun aunt, actually.
Oh, you are
Yes,
wow,
fine
very
auntie.
Good. Aunt Jackie, very good. Okay. So you wouldn't tell Brad that you dated Don Travius. You'd say, his name was Donnie. What if he asked you, was he black? Would you lie?
I'm a bad liar.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I would probably eventually tell him.
Okay. All right.
I'd admit it.
Okay. Admit it. Mm-hmm. Caitlin, that's very good. I like that. Why do you think that white girls have to admit to having, and I'm not going to take offense to it, we all know what it is. Why do you say, I'd admit having dated a black guy, as if maybe you committed some sort of crime against humanity?
Yeah, I don't know. White guys are really fragile.
Well, niggas are too, just in a different way.
Well, yeah, but like they're.
I mean, let's just keep it real.
I mean, like, there's all the stereotypes of, like, what we said earlier, like, once you go black, you never go back, and, like, dick game strong, and, like, all this other stuff. Like, the white man, just in general, is, like, super insecure about themselves. Mm-hmm. So I feel like when you say, like, oh, I admit this, as soon as you admit that to a white guy, they're going to be, like, immediately insecure. You got to stroke their ego and build them up again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, big dick to Richard. This is what moms do. They take white names and they niggify it. There was a guy, his name was LaBradford. What? But this is what black mothers do, is they niggify names. Like a really upper crust name is like Pennington or Chandler or Field. We actually got black women out here calling their sons DeForest. DeForest Buckner. There's also an offensive lineman for the New York Jets. His name was DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Okay, you guys know how it goes. Let me stay with you here, Caitlin. Why is it, other than the myth, why do you think white guys are quote unquote insecure about dating white women who have dated black men? Oh boy! Oh, she's thought about this one.
No. I don't know. I really think it's just like that stereotype. I don't know. I don't really date white guys. I feel like I'm a poor person for this.
Yeah. You've never dated a white man before?
I think if you count like your... No, I think even in high school, I think my first kiss was like a mixed guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we had a conversation about why you prefer men of color over white guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night.
Care to share? Yeah.
Yeah. So I look like a pretty little princess, but I kind of grew up in a lot of struggle. So one of the reasons why I'm attracted to people of other races or other countries is a lot of times they've experienced adversity. And so I can be vulnerable and share some of my experiences and stuff, and then they can share theirs, and it's just, I feel like I'm meeting someone at a common ground.
Okay.
So
you can identify with.
Yeah.
Okay. You can identify.
I'm not saying that I understand their struggle by any means. I'm not saying that at all.
I understand your struggle.
No,
Oh my God. Yeah, we don't want you to get dragged.
It's just, I have a lot of things that were poor.
Okay.
In my life,
all right. Very good. Very good. Now, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble here, but let's just say, for the sake of argument. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Lena, you know, she's got a few in her. She's had one too many Mike's Hard Lemonades, and she's like, you know what? I really, you know, she gets a little tipsy, and she's like, man, I really miss DeMarcus.
Oh no.
What are you thinking at that point?
Is that a question?
Oh, is that for me?
That was for you. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, Lena, has there ever been a DeMarcus in your life?
Uh-oh. That's a very personal question that I don't want to talk about.
Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that if you found out a white girl has a history with black guys, if you find out they're all hood niggas, that's got to disqualify her. But if she's had, you know, like 3 black boyfriends, maybe one was educated, maybe one was like a Steve Urkel type, I don't think I could be mad at that. Like if she were to, here's a picture of my ex-boyfriend D, I'd be like, okay.
Level of athletes, rappers,
yes,
entertainers,
the industry.
Anything in that field, anybody below that is not.
There you go.
No chance.
There you go.
I've learned that when I broke into the industry. So the caliber of women went up.
Yes, in this country, or hell, around the world now, because the world is flat, essentially, with dating. Everybody has access to everybody now. Is once even if she has a one-night stand with Lil Wayne or Lil Uzi, I mean, whoever, Drake, whatever, would name an NBA player, at that point, she thinks that is her ceiling. As a matter of fact, as far as she's concerned, that might be her floor. She doesn't realize that he just used her for sex that night, and he's not thinking about anything outside of a one-night stand. And that's where a lot of girls kind of get hung up. They get caught up in the excitement. Oh my God, I got to fly on Lil Wayne's private jet, and he smashed me out. But at that point, she is not essentially ruined herself, but she can't go back because women are hypergamous. I'm gonna switch up with you. The stereo. Now, actually, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush on this one. Here's why I don't date black women. I don't date black women because the average black woman is overweight. She's loud. She's hood. You mentioned the word submissiveness, and she'll break out in hives because she's allergic to submissiveness. What are your thoughts? Do you think that is a stereotype? Do you think that is an apropos stereotype, or is it just, well, Donovan, that's just your experience? What are your thoughts?
Wow, that's a great question. I think it's a question we all talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe that we can put all black women in this. They're not submissive, they're strong. But we also have to look at historically why they're this way. But I don't think that they can all, because I feel if I trust a man, I'm going to be all of those things. If I feel like I can trust you, I love you, I care about you, I can, be all of that. But it's just like, I think overall, like even for me, even talking about these situations, being an independent woman or saying all these things, it's like, but you can meet a man and he can change that for you, and you could feel like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to be this. Not that he can just come in and do anything different, but you should want that change. So I don't like that conversation with the black women being all of this.
Yeah, but you're none of those things.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You're none of those things. So why does it bother you?
Because I feel like that's ultimately, I'm identified as a black woman, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
I'm biracial, but when you see me, this is a black woman
here.
Yeah,
right.
She's a black woman that's in power. She's a black woman that's in a space that's doing whatever she's doing. And it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Like, automatically, I am this. I can't be assertive in my approach because I'm aggressive, or I can't say something in a certain way because I'm that strong black woman that's saying whatever. So I feel like even though I'm not, I still am the black woman identified as a black woman.
How do you feel about the word submissive?
Oof.
Actually, here's a better question.
Wow.
What does the word submissive mean to you?
The word submissive
Yeah, we'll go around the room with this one.
Wow. You want to start with me? Okay. Well, this for me is trust. Submissiveness means like I can trust a person and I can be myself and be vulnerable. It doesn't have to be like I am a servant to you, but it feels like I can be myself and let go and be my honest, true, authentic self with you. And with that, I would be more open, more connected, I would be doing things I probably would normally do, because a lot of it I feel like you don't trust the person, or you're not sure. Like I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm not really sure of this person, so I'm kind of like, I'm not going to do all of that. But I think submissiveness can come in when you trust someone and you want to be vulnerable.
Now, you said servant.
I didn't say servant.
You said it doesn't mean I'm going to be a servant. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because
like let's just say, for example, let's say you meet a man. Let's just say you meet a man who checks off all the boxes, and he says, Demetria, I don't want you to work anymore. I want you to be a stay-at-home. I want you to be a stay-at-home girlfriend.
Yes, no, I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I am not doing that. I have my own career, I have my own path, I have my own dreams and purpose, and I feel like if that's what our dynamic is, okay, but if I still want to go out and work and do things, and that's what I want to do, I want to be open to that. And we may be able to, if that's something that's our dynamic for our family, cool, but I don't want to be told, you don't have to work anymore, I want you to stay home, this is it. Like, I want us to have an agreement and a conversation and be on mutual understanding.
What if he was a millionaire and, like, let's say...
What if I'm a millionaire?
Let's say or not.
Let's say he wanted to, like, start a family with you and he needed you to kind of tend to the house or the kids.
Absolutely. I think the situation is situational, and I think that if we're looking at the dynamic where, what if I'm the millionaire and you got to stay home?
No, you wouldn't want that. Yeah, you would not want that.
Right?
No.
I want my man to be. I want a man that's successful, whatever that means for him. Whether it's a businessman or whatever he's doing, whatever his ambition is. Be successful in what your dreams are. Follow your dreams. Do your thing. But if I want to be successful and be ambitious, I should have the right to be able to have a purpose-driven life and do what I want to do. Now, if we have kids and you're a millionaire and you have to go do your thing, I'm going to have to be home with these kids because that's our dynamic. But what if we pay a nanny and I can do my thing and we have somebody at home too? So I'm just saying it's situational, but I don't want to ever be in a situation where this man is telling me I have to go stay at home, I have to do this because that's what he wants me to do.
That does not sound like submission to me at all. Let me ask you this. What's the financial floor of the ideal guy for Demetria? How much does he have to make?
I don't have a number. There's no number.
Take a guess.
I just want it to be where I'm at and above.
So
wherever I'm at in my career,
of course.
Wherever I'm at,
you're not going to date the junior partner. You're going to date the dude with the name on the board.
The person that owns the firm. Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, because it's like, if you can be the person that's a partner, or you can be the person that owns the firm. I just want someone that's going to be successful in their own right. That's it. I don't have a number. I just want them to be ambitious, and I want them to be equally yoked to me. If I'm going to be ambitious, I'm going to be doing this. I don't want to come home and see my man in the bed at 12 p.m. and I just left the gym at 4 a.m. and did 6 things. Like, I just want someone that's going to be doing and have the same. You hear me? You hear me over here passionate? Like, I'm done with this.
My bad. Hey, don't let me get between y'all.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's just, just seeing friends, seeing other people, seeing myself. Like, I'm not going to settle for anything less than what I deserve and what I want. And I think that's kind of what women that are dating athletes, dating these people, they think, oh, I won the prize because I'm with this person. Well, why don't you be the prize and go get this money and not be worried about, oh, I'm the...
Because men of that status don't want that. They don't want... They don't... No, I'm telling you. See, look, I do well for myself.
Yeah.
And you're very attractive, but me personally, I couldn't take you seriously for a long-term relationship because for me, I would need you working for me. Like, that's because here's the deal. What it really comes down to is, unfortunately, modern women, they respect their bosses and their jobs more than they respect their men. You ask the average rank and file woman, particularly African American women, you say, would you be submissive? Oh, I'm not going to be submissive, da da da. And I'm not saying that this is the case with you. But what I think a lot of women don't understand is women want guys who are successful. But as someone who is successful, I don't want my woman to work for anybody but me. There needs to be one man in her life. And let's keep it real. There aren't that many female bosses out there because, quite frankly, women hate working for other women. So if she has a job, chances your boss is a man. Am I wrong?
Women.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
another exception to the rule. Yeah. The point is that the average woman, when she is at work, she has a male boss, and you'd be surprised at how much loyalty and deference they give to their boss, but then they come home and they don't do the same for their husbands, and we wonder why we wonder why women fuck their bosses. Well, of course they're fucking their bosses because he makes more than she does. He's the superior. He tells her what to do. He tells her how to dress, when to come to work, when to go to lunch, what day she can have off. But then her husband has no authority. The way I see it is this. Successful men, we want to take care of our women. But if I'm going to take care of you, if I'm going to give you access to my time, energy, attention, and resources, then I need to have a level of authority.
You want control? So you want control over your woman?
Did not say that. I want authority over my woman. Let me ask you this. Your children, you don't have any children, right?
I do.
Okay, so your children, you're responsible for your children, right?
Yep.
And the reason why you're responsible for your children is because they're not at a point in life where they can fend for themselves. If your child, goes and beats up a kid, okay, you're going to reprimand your kid, but by the same token, you have authority over your child because you are responsible for your child's well-being and development. It's the same with a man taking care of a woman. If I'm gonna work, I can't say this because I got to make sure I cut this part out because my doctor's going to tell me no. If I'm working 18 hours a day, if I'm dealing with the endless, and my life is great, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say feel sorry for me. But if I'm going to work traveling all over the country, making all this money, creating this life, for a woman to tell me you can't have authority over me, it's not that I want to. I have to have authority, but you got to understand, if you want that lifestyle, you're going to have to give up some autonomy because I've given some things up in order to take care of my woman. So if I'm taking care of you 100%, like if I'm paying all the bills, I need to have a measure of authority. This doesn't mean that my woman has to ask, Donovan, can I go to the bathroom? No. Go to the bathroom. Do what you got to do. But when it comes to major decisions in terms of where we are and the direction we're going, I have the final say because I'm the captain of the ship. She's not my co-pilot. She's the stewardess. That's the way I feel about it. And I will say this. Women and guys, please believe, you got to have your shit together. If you want a woman to submit to you, you got to have your shit together. Number one. Number two, she's got to trust your judgment, right? If you have a history of making bad decisions financially, sexually, drugs-wise, or otherwise, she can't, a woman has to trust that you can physically protect her and mentally be there for her. If you can't do those things, she can't submit. It's just impossible.
I agree completely. If that's how you can say, that's exactly how I would say it. And I'm glad that if men understood that more, then I think that would be, we would be able to, it wouldn't be such a bad word to say submission, because it's like we want to trust you. We want to feel like we can, like you can take over. Like I want to sit back and like see you. Go ahead.
Yes, right.
Like please come in here and have everything planned out. Like go ahead. I will sit. That will be great.
Is it fair to say that submission is simply relinquishing control?
Yes.
She ain't trying to do that.
I think so. I can see. I'm like, I don't know. I'm saying control. The words are like.
Well, again,
I don't know.
Well, we think of it like this. When I ask this question, typically, and to be fair, you're thinking of a disembodied man. Like you don't know what he looks like, what he acts like. So you're thinking about just the average guy. A woman is not going to submit to the average guy, and a guy doesn't want the average woman for him to submit to, for her to submit to him. But what it really comes down to is if you meet the right guy,
absolutely,
now again, in order to be the right guy, you got to have your shit together. That's just all there is to it. But by the same token, you can't be a fat ain't shit bitch and talking about, well, I want a 6'4" nigga with no, baby girl. Like you can want that all you want to, but you gotta be bad. You gotta be bad. You gotta have a nice body. You got to be at the gym at 4 a.m. You got to look good. Yeah. You got to look good, cook good, and suck good. If she does all those things for me, listen, man, I'm not a hard guy to please. I have very specific requirements, but the only reason why I'm able to demand that is because of who and what I am and what I do. 10, 15 years ago, if I were to ever tell a woman what I told my fiance, she would laugh in my face. And that actually has happened, not with her, but with other women. You have to be at a certain level. You really do.
But do you guys think this is an issue with modern dating now? Because say like 100 years ago, the average guy got submission from his woman. He didn't have to have all these external factors to earn her submission. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of believe, this is my personal take, I think that the reason why modern dating is so trash now is because submission isn't like a default in America anymore. And it kind of like repulses men in a way, or kind of closes them off, and then women are left unhappy and feel like, oh, I only can submit to a elite nigga, you know? So do you guys think that that's an issue? Do you think if that was more like a standard?
Well, I think what it really, and we'll get y'all's opinion, the average woman wants the above average man. And average men will admit, well, I'm an average guy. You will never ask a woman, are you average or above average? 11 times out of 10, she's going to say, I'm above average. Yep. Whether that's confidence or cockiness, whatever the case may be, it doesn't really matter. But women's expectations are, they're through the roof. It's absolutely ridiculous. Men, we want you to be fit, feminine, friendly, and faithful. You don't even have to be a bad bitch. You can be a 5, 5.5, maybe 6. I'll buy you some fake tits and make you a 7. But at the end of the day, we're looking for a woman who just makes our lives easier, a woman who's willing to work with us. That's what it comes down to. And in exchange, I will, like, dude, my fiance, I would, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, I think of what would happen if someone were to break into our house. Like, guess what? I'm going down there and one of us is going to die. And it's definitely not going to be me, right? But the reason I do that is because, my woman, she is awesome. She does whatever I ask her to do. And again, I'm not a sadist. I don't say, well, get down there and scrub the toilets. No, she does this willingly because it's a give and take. It's definitely a cyclical type thing. What is your opinion on submission?
Well, I don't think anybody really wants to be controlled.
No, submission is not control. Mm-mm. What do you think submission is?
Do you relate submission to control?
Yeah, maybe. Oh. But I wouldn't. I mean, I've dated a lot of different guys. I don't know. I'm always the one in control, though. Maybe.
In control?
Yeah. Or sometimes I like guys to actually have an opinion. And it's like they're just like, whatever you want to do.
There we go. Yeah, you wanted to take charge. Hey, we're going to Outback tonight. Get dressed.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Say I'm coming on 7:30.
That right there, that's submission. Hey, we're going to Roots Chris, where the red dress and the red heels. Okay.
At 7:30, I'm on my way.
There it is. That's what's up.
Take all of that.
I would never say that. Or like I would never do that. I'd be like, what? You wouldn't tell me what to do. Like, it's just how I am. But before, I let people walk all over me.
Well, submitting doesn't mean... See, here's the thing. If you make someone do something, like if you make a woman have sex with you, you've committed the crime of rape, okay? Yeah. If you make a woman sweep or mop the floor, then that's coercion. That's slavery. That's involuntary servitude. That was abolished way back in the day, the 13th Amendment. But again, submission is willingly relinquishing control. It's not about being controlled. It's about allowing a man to run the household. What do you think?
Well, everybody has a decision, they have choices. Everybody has choices.
Okay.
So like you're saying your wife chooses...
Fiance, your
wife.
Fiance
chooses
chooses to do what? Give me an example.
Make it real clear.
Well, if you go back to she chooses to suck your dick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make her.
Nope.
That's a choice that we all make.
Right.
Right? We have all these choices. We make thousands of choices a day. Small, big, doesn't matter. So
you, in your mind, you're not going to let a guy tell you. See, when I say, hey, and I'm not going to be like, hey, we're going to go to Roots Chris. I'm going to send you to be like, hey, we're going to Roots Chris tonight. Wear the red dress and the black heels. What do you say? I'm not going to say, what do you say? I'm just going to tell you that. What are you going to do? Are you just going to say you can't tell me what to do simply because I told you to do something?
You could show up wearing something else if you wanted to. Doesn't mean I have to do what you say either.
Yeah, that would not work. If a woman can't follow simple instructions, then I can't work with her. What is so hard about wearing the dress and the heels that I bought for you? Like what's the issue? Is it just because I told you I didn't? Would you please wear the red dress?
Well, you could have said, hey, I love the way you look in that. Would you mind wearing that tonight?
That's not how I operate.
No.
That's not how I operate.
No.
That's not how I operate.
No.
I last year, right? I made a lot more the year before. If you're my woman, that's what I'm talking about, relinquishing control. It sounds to me like you're just not going to do what I told you to do simply because I told you to do it. You're just like, no man is going to tell me what to do. Is that what it comes down to? Have you ever experienced it? Maybe. I don't know.
Go back to.
I'm here for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on now.
I'm just gonna go back to you having met that guy that does those things.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Have you ever been with a guy that is take control?
No.
Oh,
I've
okay.
always been the one in control, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I do like that. I really
Would you
do.
allow it though?
Just had a
Would you allow it? Yeah. Would you allow
I don't
that?
think I would, honestly.
That's why you ain't met him. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here
like
for
being in
Now,
charge.
If we're talking about this being the space of like, see, I love that. Come tell me, like, that to me is like great.
And again, we're assuming that he has his shit together. You
got
cannot
it
be
together.
DeAndre or Dirty Dick Rodney living with his mama.
Got
Right.
your shit together.
That's
You're
true.
pulling up. You're ready. I'm ready to go.
All right.
You want to wear this dress you bought me? Absolutely. This dress is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
let me
right.
show you how I look in it. And
I
I'm
think
gonna.
that's hot. Yeah,
I think
like,
it's like,
ooh, like, yeah,
I think
you got
it's
me this dress
spicy.
and I'm wearing what you
these
got me. Let's
shoes,
go out to
and we're going
dinner.
to where I want to. You know, you plan this, and
but you gotta get your shit together.
and you have to have your stuff together because I'm
Hey.
like, okay, because you know we're gonna be going to Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
I know
Ooh.
you only taking me to Capitol Grill.
She knows about Capitol Grill.
You know
I
what I'm
ain't bad
saying?
with
We're
that.
only going here. So
What do you
it's
say
like
now?
that.
Huh? What do you say?
We're going.
I can understand that now. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I just
Like-
haven't experienced it. That's
Yeah.
really
Oh, okay.
Kind of your, all your.
And it's almost like you've never experienced that, so you assume that you probably wouldn't like it, but you'd be surprised. The first time.
Yes, I love it.
The first time you experience it, it's interesting. The first time a man experiences true submission from a woman,
Can't go back.
it's
You
you
can't
can't
go back.
deal with
You
it.
can't go back.
And the very first time a woman deals with a man who is about his shit and makes the decisions, then she's like, "Oh my God, I can't and
go back.
average guys wonder why they go after
Exactly.
extremely attractive women who have been privy to this kind of behavior. They're like, what's wrong with this woman? Well, she used to be in a relationship with a dude who actually knew what was going on. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I think you might like it.
And I think women forget submission is your superpower. And
Oh my God.
it's
Oh my God,
woman's
yes.
influence on a man
Yes.
can be so strong.
Mm.
It's not like you control him, but you can influence so heavily.
Yes.
That you can get more of what you want than
Well said.
arguing and butting heads, right? And he'll bend over backwards and do whatever
Absolutely.
for you. He won't let you walk over him, obviously, but like he'll still just, this is my girl, this is whatever, I'm here for you. I run into a brick wall for you, because you are letting me take control.
Here's something my woman does. If let's say she's shopping and she wants to buy something, she will text me or call me and say, "Hey, Donovan, I want X, Y, and Z. Can I make that purchase?"
That's real.
Is that submission or is that control?
Well,
She shouldn't have to ask you.
Well, why not? It's my money.
It's his money.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's his money.
Okay, so story ex-husband.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I would go. So he was into banking and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
and He handled all the money, right?
Mhm.
And maybe that bothered me a little bit. Yeah, because I would go to Target and I would come home and he'd be like, "What'd you buy at Target?"
Yeah.
It drove me insane.
Why?
I'm like, you can't buy anything at Target. Like,
Well, is it money that you made?
so. Well, I made money too. We had a joint account, but like that really bothered me. It's like.
So you just didn't respect him as much as you wanted to. See, if you respected him, then you, in the future, be like, "Hey, honey, I'm going to Target and I need to get X, Y." See, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell my woman, if you're holding it down, like, dude, my girl, she is awesome. And it didn't always used to be like this, but she's got 7 years in now. If she wants something, all she has to do is ask. And she does not ask for much She doesn't ask for much at all. But when she asks me for something, I'm like, okay, she must really, really. She wanted these Louboutins, okay? Aww. Dude, $2,500. And she was nervous about asking me for them. She's like, hey, I kind of want an early birthday present because our birthdays are like 5 days apart. And so I was like, okay, well, what is it? And she kind of shows it to me. I was like, all right, go ahead. And the reason I do that is because she literally does whatever I ask her to do. I would do anything for her because she would do anything for me. And to me, there's a beautiful symmetry that comes with that, knowing that anything I ask her to do, she'll do. Anything she asks me to do, within reason. And again, I'm not a sadist. I'm like, now, I don't always say yes. If she wants to make a purchase and I don't think it's financially, it's not going to keep me financially solvent, I'll be like, nope, or we're going to have to wait. All major decisions run through me. Now, I will seek her counsel. Sometimes I'll make decisions unilaterally, but if I need her counsel on something, I'm like, okay, Dev, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? Or if I make a decision, she'll say, okay, Donovan, I understand, but here are potential issues that I see. I will consider what she says, but I'm the one that makes the final decision.
Right, and I believe that the best relationships are with that kind of foundation and structure.
That helps women relax. Women don't want to make those kind of decisions.
Really, what you just pointed out, I love where you said, which was symmetry. There wasn't enough symmetry in that relationship.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing when you describe that. When you're having issues like that, when you're talking about just spending things like that, that tells me right there, like there's something off.
Yeah, and the fact that you bristled that you spent money at Target, there was probably, I'm not a marriage counselor, but there was clearly some sort of underlying issue because you guys are not together anymore.
We're divorced, definitely.
Yeah.
We had lots of issues, like tons of things.
Like what?
Well, communication. I've grown so much since I got divorced, though.
Okay.
Night and day. I learned to set boundaries. Like, I never would say how I felt, things like that. I'd hold stuff in. And
Why? Why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like, I had lots of issues with like self-love, and my self-esteem was really low, and just.
You know what I do when my woman when she's not feeling like her sexiest self, like if she has low self-esteem, I smack her ass. That's what I do. Smack her ass.
Makes me laugh. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and smack it just hard enough to it hurts a little bit. It hurts so good. That's kind of the way I do things.
Like he didn't know you. Personally, it's like a man. It's like your job to learn your woman, right? So like, even if she says, "Oh, everything's fine," you should be able to read what she's putting out and say, "Okay, that's not really actually fine." And if you have the time to actually go into it, then you kind of learn how to get it out of her.
Dig a little deeper, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like he actually really.
The best way to handle that is this. I have never been in an argument with my woman. Never, ever, ever. She has raised concerns, right? But there will be times where she's kind of got a little bit of an attitude, and she knows better, but if she's really bristly, the first thing I do is I take out the cycle calendar. Okay, she's getting ready to be on PMS. Cycle calendar game, boys. I'm like, okay, yeah. It looks like she's in premenstrual syndrome, so she's going to be a little prickly, right? So what do? I don't pander to her. I make sure I lock myself in the office and wait for the PMS to be over. And when she's ready to come through and get the brake speed off of her, at that point, then we'll talk. But if there is something really wrong and she still gives me attitude, I'm not the guy, what's wrong? I say, Dev, check this out. Something is wrong. You're pissed off about something. I'm not going to pry it out of you. When you're ready to talk about it, I'm all ears. But I'm not doing this silent treatment thing. So what do you say? 11 times out of 10, she's like, okay, here's what happened. That's it. And most of the time, women just want you to listen to them. We're not mind readers. They just want you to listen to them.
We want you to read our minds sometimes.
Yep.
I kind of disagree with that. I disagree completely. Like, you're a whole ass adult. If you were mad, just say why you mad. Like, I get like being mad for a second and being like, oh, I need some time for myself.
Sure.
Take some time for yourself, yes. But it's like at the end of the day, I'm not a mind reader. I can't read what you're saying in your head, and you can't read my head. So it's like, to make a relationship work, no matter the
communication,
you have to talk about it.
Yep.
Like, if it's not going to be talked about, then why even be mad about something that someone doesn't know?
Now, when the point though, like, you can read to an extent. Like, I've been married like 23 years, right? So
I'm sorry, how old are you?
Wow, wait, bring it back. What? How many years have you been married?
Go off.
Bro, you look like you're 31.
Literally, I'm like,
hey, black don't crack.
So I'll be 45.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Well,
wow.
So yeah, so I've been married 23 years.
She ain't stressing you out at all, huh?
No, sir. Life is good.
She ain't stressing
Look
you
at that
out
smile
at
on
all.
his face. Look at that smile on his face.
Who was he married to? A white? Go ahead.
Yes, yeah.
A white woman?
Yeah. Oh, she must be a white girl.
She white.
No, but I do.
Yeah, that's not what I do. I have enough to worry about without having to try to read somebody's mind. I know my fiance very well, but I'm not, dude. Just tell me. That's it. Like, I'm a big boy. I can take it. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna like try in 5 minutes to get it out of you.
Yeah. No. No. But when she's ready to talk, I drop everything. I'm all ears. You know, like that's what relationships are.
Yeah, one of my exes, he always wanted me to read like his mind, and I was like, I understand.
Was he a woman?
No, but maybe. He was kind of emotional. That's what I mean.
He was a woman.
But no, like I understand it. Like when you're married for that long, or you've had a relationship for that long, the guy was expecting that, like dating at like 3 months.
Yeah.
I was like, what is wrong with you?
Wow.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That was my first red flag.
So what are your thoughts on submission now, Jackie? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, you're good.
I agree with everything everybody's saying, but there's one thing that I kind of wanted somebody to say is that trust. You know, like for example, you going shopping. You should trust your wife, and she should know well enough that she will spend an amount of money that will not hurt the budget. I personally don't think there's always needs to be a conversation, hey, I'm going to do this and that. I think personally, in order to save your nerves and my nerves, I'm not going to do something that I know potentially might cause like some type of tension. Because then, like you said, you may have a million things to do in a day. Why would I bother you kind of telling you, hey, this is what I'm doing?
I want to be bothered. I want to be bothered. And
do you trust your woman then?
Say what?
Like,
do I trust my woman?
To spend the amount of money that
I trust my woman to be a woman. And women are impulsive and they like to shop.
But they don't need to be. There are women who will be aware of the budget and, hey,
and where do these magical creatures grow?
I'm like that.
I am.
Okay.
I'm like that.
So you are the exception to the rule.
I'm not
Listen.
like that at Target.
Right. Listen, I love Devin to the moon and back. But, and this is not a bad thing. She is a woman. And people say all the time, now we're going to get into the cheating thing. A lot of people say, Donovan, do you trust Devin? I trust Devin to be a woman. If Devin is in Cancun by herself with her girlfriends and they go to a strip club and they're getting lit, then guess what? Maybe she cheats, maybe she doesn't. But the likelihood automatically shoots up. And if she ever is in that situation, well, guess what? She's broken up with me because she's become a woman that I no longer date. Trust is not about. See, a lot of people mistake trust. Willingly putting your relationship at risk to prove they're not going to do what their human nature tells them to do. Yeah, I trust my woman to go to a male strip club. No, the fuck you don't. And if you do, and if you're, see now, oh boy,
we go together.
Oh boy,
party tonight.
Oh, we getting. Oh well, you like to watch as well, so I think that's a good match. But I think so many men and women think that putting trust in someone means allowing them to put themselves in situations that put your relationship at risk. That makes zero sense to me. The dating show Temptation Island is the most ridiculous dating show ever. Yeah. You are putting your boyfriend and girlfriend on an island with attractive people who are trying to fuck your girl. Why would you do? Donovan, you'd never let Devin go on Temptation Island? Fuck no, because she'd be fucking every nigga on the block and I'd be fucking every white girl. That's just how that is. I think it makes no sense.
What about the black girls?
Well, it depends on what they look like. It depends on what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Pretty is pretty. Pretty is pretty.
Okay,
of course.
I wouldn't compare Target to going on the show. You know, like there's everyday tasks that I personally believe, like, you should trust me enough to handle it. Like, do the dishes.
Yeah, there are levels to it. So, for example, there are certain men who are like, and every once in a while I'll change. I'll be like, all right, Dev, we need X, Y, and Z. You've got a $300 budget. Go. She doesn't have to call me at that point. Yeah. But if like, let's say we need a new piece of equipment or because she is a wizard with this stuff. Like if she's at the Best Buy, she'll be like, Donovan, I saw this monitor. It's really nice. It's $1,500. What do I do? And we'll have that discussion and I'll say, okay, either go ahead and buy that or make another decision. I'm not going to micromanage her. I'm not going to say, hey, why didn't you call me up and tell me you were buying that pack of Bubblicious? I'll be goddamn if I'm going to have a woman be spending 80. No, I'm not like that at all. But by the same token, if I'm giving her my debit card, then there needs to be a measure of control. And here's the thing, and this is control over my finances. In exchange for Devin never having to check her bank account before she buys something, all she has to do is answer to me, and I'll do whatever she wants. That's it. It's give and take. It's funny. I asked Devin, log into the bank. She's like, wait, what? She never logs in. And she said for the first time, she said, I have never, ever been at a point in my life where I could walk in somewhere and I don't have to check my bank account. I never have to worry about money. It's and
beautiful feeling.
In exchange for that, she's more than willing. And sometimes she even calls up and says, hey, I want to buy these cute little, I'm like, Devin, now that's what I'm talking about. Devin, you're at Victoria's Secret. Get it. Fucking buy it. Don't bother me with that shit. You got a $150 budget. Do what you got to do. And in exchange for, and she's willing to do that because she likes having that freedom, but she gives me the respect too. Oh, yeah. What are your thoughts on submission now? I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me now.
Okay. All right. Very good. So red dress heels, Roots Chris, what are you saying?
Yeah.
All right, we did it. I like it. Oh, wait a minute. We can't look good on camera. Okay. This last segment is called Would You Give Up and Tell Me Why I'm Wrong? This is for the ladies. Oh, no. Tell me why I'm wrong. Women cheat more than men. I want you to tell me why I'm wrong.
Let's start.
Me? No. I think it's equal.
You think that men cheat as much as women?
I think nowadays it could be either.
Okay.
Way.
Lena?
I wish I didn't know statistics, but men are a little bit ahead of women in terms of cheating.
Okay. Caitlin?
I was going to say, like, I feel like it's pretty equal nowadays. But the thing is like, a woman will forgive and then a man will walk away.
Yeah. Yes. Men with options. Yeah.
What?
Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. Jackie?
Definitely not. So, yeah, I would say no. And sometimes it's just like, obviously.
So you think men cheat more than women?
One person's cheating, usually the other one is too.
Oh, boy.
That's
Okay.
what I hear a lot of too.
All right. Kai?
Wait, I'm sorry. I kind of had a brain fart for a second.
That's
what
okay.
was the question?
Women cheat more than men. Tell me why I'm wrong.
You are... I feel like, sure, because nowadays times are different. It could be a little bit more equal, but... Like, some of the people that I know, like, girls would be like, oh my god, like, I saw this cute guy at the bar, and I was just, like, flirting with him, or, like, you know, things like that. And obviously, in each relationship, everything is, like, what you think cheating is different, you know. But...
Cheating, let's go ahead and define cheating. Okay. Cheating is allowing a man to insert his penis into any part of your body or making sexual contact.
Yeah, some people think like, oh, you're rubbing up against some guy, you're cheating. Like, some people were like that, but...
Yeah, yes, if I'm in a relationship with you and you're rubbing up on some dude, yes, that would, That to me, that's a deal breaker. Can't have you rubbing up on other dudes.
I've seen that more. I think like out in like the public eye, like I don't like. I'm not, obviously not peeping in everybody's windows and studying what they're doing. But
you sure?
I'm out with if I'm out with a bunch of girlfriends or whatever, and like there's like a couple that are in a relationship in the group, like I know that they've danced on guys or whatever, and I give them like the side eye, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like this so and so, like that doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
But yeah, so I see girls definitely doing more of that for sure.
Okay. Now I'm gonna come back to Demetria. Is it fair to say that most men you see in your everyday life you are not attracted to?
Yes.
Can we all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Most men are sexually invisible to most women.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So while most men would fuck most women would not fuck most women. Men, Can we agree on that?
I agree.
Okay. So would it be fair to say that when you're of the mindset that men cheat more than women, could it be that you're only thinking of the men that are sexually visible to you?
Like,
Here's the deal. This is why women think that men cheat more. Because the only men that you see are the top 10% of men. You guys have probably all seen this study. I don't know how accurate it is, and I usually don't go by studies, but there's been more than one put out there. 33% of men, 1 in 3 men between the ages of 18 and 30, are either virgins or they haven't had sex in over a year. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
exactly.
Yeah.
This
There's
means
a huge trend of abstinence right now with men too.
that's not abstinence. That's
a lot of women I know.
Men are not choosing to be sexless. So what I meant to say is this: anytime I tell women cheat more than men. Well, of course not. Men cheat more. You're only thinking of the top 10% of men because the bottom 90% of men are sexually invisible to you. So your data set is automatically flawed. The average dude, I could walk right out there right now and ask him when's the last time he got laid. Then I can go out and ask a woman when's the last time she got laid. Their answers would be very different. Again, this isn't to say that women are bad, but women are impulsive. They act on. Now it takes a while for them to cheat. You guys cheat emotionally before you cheat physically, but the fact that you're only thinking of the top 10% of men and most guys would have sex with you, while you wouldn't have sex with most guys. So if a 10%er were to hit on you, at that point, if things are not going well at home, you're more likely to cheat. So when we're talking, like I said, the average man is not sexually attractive to the average woman. And so when you're thinking that men cheat more than women, you're only thinking of the guys that get laid. And that's really only, you know what? Let me ask you this. What percentage of men do you think get laid on a regular basis?
Gosh, percentage, maybe 10.
Okay.
I was gonna say 30.
I was gonna guess around like 25.
I would say down the low end too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like 15 to 20.
Those that are in like relationships.
Yep. You nailed it. You nailed it. 1 in 10 men is regularly sexually active, and that's including married men.
Wait, 1 in 10 men?
1
So
in
is
10.
that 10%?
Only 10 of 100%.
Did I say 10%?
Yes.
I said 10%.
You said, yes, you said 10%.
Get it right. I said 30. I said 10.
All of the men, all of the legal adult men, the men in the age of majority, 18 or older, only 1 in 10 men are getting laid. And so when we say women cheat more than men, let me give you another statistic. What percentage of women do you think are sexually active?
10. I would say around the same 10.
Oh, hell no.
Go ahead, give it to him, Caitlin.
I was gonna say probably at least 75. I'm going the opposite of what I said before.
Okay.
75.
Jackie?
I would say definitely more, obviously, than men. But
You're hopeful.
No, what percentage?
People really have sex when they're married.
Give it a guess.
I don't know, especially with kids. I don't.
Give it a guess.
Put a number on it.
60?
Okay.
80.
I don't know, but it's a hell of a lot more than men.
I think it's, look, I don't know, man.
Okay, it's a hell of a lot more.
Funny.
It's a hell of a lot more than men. And so, with all of that in play, we know that most guys would fuck most women wouldn't fuck most guys. 50 to 75% of women are sexually attractive, while only 10% of men are sexually attractive. Now, who do you think cheats more, based on what you just heard?
Well, women like attention. We do.
I'm asking about cheating.
That's why.
Well, women like attention, but they're also hoes, and they're not held accountable. And men don't draw the line. They don't have boundaries. They're like, yeah, I trust my wife to go to happy hour with her, coworker Kevin in sales. Yeah, those are the guys that cheat.
I would say women. If
Okay.
we're after all those statistics, we're doing the analyzing them,
And it's not just common sense.
Common sense,
Yeah.
and like kind of thinking more through that. Yeah, I would say if I had to choose between the two.
What do you think?
It's a tough one. I will say probably still men.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I want the facts, but I do agree that everybody here pretty much said that women are more sexually active, so I'll lean towards that side.
So if women are more sexually active than men, why can you say that men cheat more than women if 1 in 3 men between 18 and 30 are virgins or haven't had sex in a year?
I don't really believe the statistics because
Why not? Let me ask you a question. If you and I, if there was a contest, $1 million, they put me and you out here in Minneapolis on a non-snowy day. They say, they would say, look, whoever can get laid the most wins. Who do you think is going to win, you or me?
Come on.
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
Come on.
Hold on, what's the answer? Okay, and why is that?
Because you're pretty.
Well, the reason, obviously because men are the pursuers, and that's why my main theory is that a woman might want to cheat.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm just talking about strictly sexual access. Who could get laid more in 24 hours, you or me?
I could, but I wouldn't.
Jesus. Wait, stop. No. And no. Let me stop you right there. You could get laid and not even try. I'm a high 6-figure earner. And it would still be hard for me to get laid. And so, when I ask you who cheats more, men or women, how on God's green earth can you say that men cheat more when it would be hard for a guy like me to get laid while you could get laid? And this isn't an indictment on you. It's really our fault that you guys can get laid. But women get sex without even, getting sex for women is easier than breathing. All you have to be is there and willing. Men, we got to look good. We got to smell good. We got to have tattoos. Dude, full disclosure, I've been arrested arrested over 30 times. I'm a 4-time convicted felon of violent crimes. You understand what I'm saying? It's very easy for me to get into that type of trouble. Who commits more crimes, men or women? Well, men do. Higher testosterone and we're crazy, blah, 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 blah. So knowing all of these things, how can you possibly say that a guy like me, who could not get laid as much as you, how can he say that men cheat more than women?
I can explain.
Okay.
And that's just my personal belief is that, if we're standing on the street, right, let's say 20 guys approach me, right? Maybe, you can say maybe 1 or 2 out of them, I would say yes. But then if 10 women approach you, knowing that guy really don't care who to sleep with, you would sleep with all 10.
Yes, but it's a contest, which means that we both have to pursue. And if you were to pursue 10 guys, all 10 of them would tell you yes. And that's the point. This is why we know women cheat more than men. There are no statistics to back this up. It's just easier for women. Not only is it easier for women to get laid, they get approached a lot more. Girls don't approach me. I'm a dude, man. Like, this is how it is.
At the gas station wearing pajamas and a bonnet. The fuck?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I've definitely been asked on a date in the middle of a gas station
before. Oh my god.
Twice, actually.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, it is.
What Donovan just clearly explained is if you connect the dots, it's very simple. It's not rocket science, This
doesn't make women bad people. It's just how it is.
All evidence leads to that, right?
Yeah.
And this is also, he brings up a great point. So the reason why we have to kill that argument of double standard, because the standard is just different.
Yep.
You can't keep saying, oh, it's not the same because I can't do it, but because it's just different. I walk into a bar, I raise my hand, say, who wants to have sex with me? You walk into a bar, say, who wants to have sex with me? Everybody's raising their hand. So it's just different.
Very
valid. Very valid.
Right there, running over here. Right?
Yo, she's like, hey, right here.
So knowing that that's the game, that's really how the world works. We have to change our mentality and how we see it.
I think that men try to cheat more. They try to cheat and they get curved.
Oh my god.
Pull it off more. It's like a 90% win rate, every woman. So I think guys definitely, because of a man's nature, attempt to cheat more. But women pull it off.
And here's another thing. Here's another reason why women think men cheat more is because women are, dude, y'all have PhD in hide my side nigga. That's
Literally.
what it is. Women are so, listen, and again,
we should.
This is not an indictment. There you go.
As
This
we
is not an
should.
indictment on the female species. It
We're
just
just smart.
is. You guys are
we're smart.
That's just
We
how
know
it
what
is.
Hold on,
man.
Like, come on.
You feel me?
I'm saying?
I mean, you know
But
what I'm saying?
hold on though.
Don't do that.
Uh-oh. What you got?
Most men aren't gonna reach out to your main nigga. He's just not gonna do it. Cause I know I've never reached out to a main
I've
nigga.
had a side nigga reach out to a main nigga. And pull up on a main nigga and send messages to a main nigga, and the main nigga did not leave. So it don't even matter.
He a female though.
He was like, okay, we're gonna fight for her then. Like, it was backwards. It
But
didn't
me-
make no sense. But I was too feminine. A man shouldn't have done that. Like,
Exactly.
He shouldn't have done that.
Me, I ain't never done that for what?
He shouldn't have done that.
I will say this: there are a lot of men who say, "Well, I want a woman who's submissive and this and that and the other." Right? They get the submissive woman and they're like, "Why is she leaning on me? Why is she asking me? You wanted a woman who was submissive, and so now she is looking to you for direction." You can't say I want a submissive. Listen, a submissive woman is not going to just automatically. She needs to have instructions, and she wants to do these things for you. That at the end of the day, but you got it. Just like you said, if you're going to be the leader, if you're going to be the head of household, you have to know the buck stops with you. If shit goes wrong, you're the one with your name. You're the one with your name on the deed, the lease, whatever the case may be. So that was a very good point. Your final thoughts. What did you learn? What did you not learn? What did you like? What did you not like?
White women are winning. I was playing.
Yeah, hey, you said it. I didn't.
No, I'm gonna represent for us for sure, but black women. But no, it was great to hear the numbers and statistics and like how things that you already know, like women do their thing.
Sure.
So yeah, I just think it's sad for me to hear that it's such a racially, like, black women get this connotation behind them and white women are always able to be like the submissive one and do all this, and that's where people go to. I feel like that's what I learned or heard. But I'm glad we all are able to just express ourselves. So.
Just like you said, if he has his shit together, it's almost not even a discussion. You already fall in because you know you can trust a man. You can trust his judgment.
Absolutely, I agree. And I'm so glad you brought that up because that's exactly.
Yeah, you can't expect submission if you're DeAndre. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not at all. No, or LaMarcus.
LaBradford.
You know. Dontavius.
Laquan Travius.
I learned that as a woman, it is in your best interest to be with a man that you truly want to be with. You will make your life so much easier, so much more enjoyable, where you can skip those steps where you have to be the person who you're not. You don't need to be crazy. You don't need to be nagging. You don't need to be asking for too much if you are choosing wisely. And, you know, all of us want to be happy, want to be loved, want to be babied. You know, I just want to feel safe and protected behind a man that we trust. And especially, you know, I just wanted to mention children because, you know, raising children these days is harder than it was, you know. And I think especially when you want to have children with a man, you need to know that you can trust.
That's right.
Because
better believe it.
The most vulnerable you've ever been in your life. You won't be able to go to work. You won't be able to do what you used to do. You'll be limited.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that, if you don't trust him and he's not taking care of you, he's doing his thing, like, you will literally destroy yourself as a woman.
Wow. That's a very good perspective.
That's one thing that I just wanted to put out there is that be smart and, you know, just don't go for what looks appealing, but for what is truly rich on the inside.
I think what a lot of specifically American women, they know this about themselves, but then they don't. What they want is almost never what they need. Unfortunately, what they want is always more exciting than what they need. And that's when girls start dating guys in the industry.
Yes.
There's like no coming back from that. Yep.
No coming back from the industry there.
Brandon, what'd you learn, man?
Man, I learned that DeMarcus ain't shit.
No, he's not.
You feel me?
No, he's not. DeMarcus ain't shit. Just ask all his baby mom. Yeah, you know, Don Travius, Lon Travis, LeBradford, Jamario, all of them niggas.
What was the other one? What was the other one? The one of the other team.
Oh my God. I got so many of them. Let's see. There's DeMarcus, Jamarcus, LaMarcus.
It was like a deep.
Deshaun, LaShawn. I mean, you know.
Wow.
Oh, Laquan Travius, you're talking about? AKA Trey. Yeah. Trey's fucking all the way, girls. Real shit.
I really want to say thank you, Donovan. I appreciate you having me.
Of course.
These conversations are needed. I feel like men and women don't really understand each other as much at the time, so these conversations are very needed. And everybody was cool, respectful, so it was a great time.
Yeah, we didn't have to free cancel anybody.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
I just like being in a room with people that can have these kind of conversations. So I just really enjoyed the banter back and forth and people getting hyped up and really speaking their mind and even changing some opinions. I really liked that. So thank you.
Okay, absolutely. Jackie.
Well, it's not every day. You know, we all need to be, I think all of us need to be more authentic and vulnerable instead of like portraying, you know, the person that we think we need to be or that somebody else will be attracted to. Just be yourself, and I feel like we'll attract the people that are meant to be in our life. I always think that. Even your 444 angel numbers, I'm all about that kind of stuff too. So it's like we need to be more open to signs, right? If something doesn't feel right, it's usually not right.
Yeah, that's instinct, yeah.
And I agree with the kids too. I have a heart for kids. You know, I've helped young girls with self-love, self-esteem, body image type stuff. And I really feel like you need to set a good example too and be a great role model for them. Otherwise, they view a relationship as something horrible, or, you know, if your parents don't show love to each other. You know, my dad was horrible to my mom, and like, you know, my view on, you know, how he treated her was bad, but she just kind of gave into it too, and I didn't like seeing that. You know, that kind of thing too. So yeah, definitely set an example for the kids because they're growing up so lost, especially the last 3 years. And
yeah,
like you know, if you throw, look really shy, and I'm not. So you throw me in, it's an environment too that you throw people in, right?
Yeah.
So
I can be intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like I never stop talking, but here you put me in a room with somebody else that I don't know, it's like hard for me to speak up.
That's the idea.
Yeah. And all kinds of other perspectives too, because I'm not around a lot of diverse people. I haven't been my whole life, and then
Are you saying you're not around black people that much?
That part. Okay. Hold on. Yeah.
y'all smoke.
Like corporate type job either. So everything I do is like different than.
What would your father say if we took a selfie like this? I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
You better
What do you
leave
think
her dad
about?
alone.
What do you think about now? How have your views changed on submission? Has it changed a little bit? I mean,
I think just my experience. I've never had anything like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Somebody in my head too. It's like, well, I've never had somebody like treat me like that. Treat me maybe how that I deserve, maybe.
Well, you got to earn it.
Treat me first because I always put last. I'm in marriage, and that like really hurt me, and so.
It's nothing personal. My woman is not first in my life. She's not. My mission is first, and she's good with that. Here's something else I'll tell you. I have loved. Oh, wait a minute. A man. How can I put this? The best relationship that a man ever has with a woman can never ever be with the woman he loves the most. It cannot happen. And the reason I say that is because because love is an emotion, and it can be fleeting. I love my girl to the moon and back, but I can think of at least 3 other women that I love more than I will ever love her. And that is exactly what gives me the requisite resolve to do and say what needs to be said and done. I love her very much, but not nearly as much as I did some other women, and that's why I'm with her, because I'm unbreakable at this point. And it didn't used to be that way. But the sad reality is that the best relationship a man will ever be in can never be with the woman he loves the most, unfortunately.
Heard that a lot.
Yeah,
I
sad to say.
That.
Kai,
Yes.
who wins the contest for the coolest name?
Thank you. Wow, I learned a lot. I mean, the topic on, black women and, being so angry and all that, like, I get, right? Obviously, I'm a black woman. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, black women have had to put...
Oh, you speak of the mic.
Black women have had to put up this wall to like be strong and again, from history and what has happened and everything. So I think that's just it's interesting to hear different people's perspectives about that. I enjoy hearing people's perspectives about all of the topics that we've had today. It's cool to know what people are thinking, because we've all grown up differently. Not one person has grown up in the same way. Like, sure, we went to the same school, whatever, but completely different. But yeah, I learned a lot. I think it's very interesting, and it's good facts to know, right? It kind of like gives you like an insight of, again, how people are thinking and like, what's going on in the world and everything. So always glad to put myself around some different people that I've never met and hear opinions and thoughts, again, always on a respective scale as well. So this is definitely, I like it.
Are you saying you're not around white people that much? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, I am. No, I am. But it's, I like being around diverse people. It's cool.
Okay. Freak Elite, what you got?
I want to see families. I love seeing families. And it's sad, because, people think family is mother and children or just father and children. That's not family. That's just mother and children, father and children, right? So, and I think that if we come together and figure out what we need to do to understand each other and come to a happy place as just people, I think that we can at least figure that out. Right now, we arguing about skin color. Like, that shows you how far away we are from even getting to that point. So I think conversations like this are needed to at least bridge some of that gap. At least between men and women, and then we could get to other issues that we all have.
Okay. I'd like to give a special thanks to Caitlin. She was the engine. Let's give her a hand. She was the engine that drove the bus here. She was very, very instrumental in the marketing and the recruiting, and she's the reason why I had to pull chairs in from the other room. That's always a good problem to have. So thank you. I've worked with Caitlin for a lot of years, man, and she's never let me down. And I'm happy to call her a friend and a colleague, to be quite honest with you. So thank you to you for that. That is going to do it for the 14th episode of the #HowToRelationship podcast. We'll see you next time.
Yes. Woo.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.